Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert. So it's been a little bit of time since the last episode. I've actually been working on a progression based episode, but the server was down last night, and then a couple nights ago I was having some power outages in our area, so I wasn't on a little bit then either. So been a hectic sort of week, but anyways, we are picking back up on some base tours, and we're actually starting off here at Jomega's base, which is just kind of, you've seen it a couple times when I showed off where I found the Thrasher over here in the frozen ocean. That was over here by Jomega's base. But if we head on in, the main base is coming together nicely. I've seen a little bit of that, but a lot of it's new to me. Because I've been over here a few times. I was checking out some of the glass work and stuff that he was doing up there. But a lot of this is going to be new to me, and I'm super excited for it because I love kind of the theme of this base that's kind of coming together. Now out here, we've got some portals and stuff like that. Over here, we've got some farms over in this area, which this has went through some changes. This used to be a little bit bigger, so I imagine that Jomega's in the process of kind of adjusting some of that. Over here is some animal farms. Actually, there used to be... Let me think. There used to be a tree, like, right up here. Because I remember coming over here with spells and shooting, like, creepers and stuff with spells a while back. I think it was, like, right around in here on top of that ridge there, I think. Oh, and what's this down here? Is this a mine, I'm guessing? Keep that door closed. A lot of wolves down here. Oh, it's kind of like... I wonder if this was, I don't know. I don't know if this was the starter base. The starter, like, house. I love it, though, because it's like a little hobbit house down here. I almost missed it. I almost didn't notice it there. It kind of stuck under this hilltop. This hill here. Okay, so let's go over to kind of the bulk of the base. You can tell, I know this was all kind of early, and it looks like it's moving into this. I know he's been running a lot of, like, marble generation and stuff for this. So it's marble, it's red terracotta, it's wisteria, a lot of mosaic glass. I know in places, a lot of glass within this. Oh wow, look at that. So do we want to start on these, like, outdoor apiaries first and take a... Yeah, let's do that. Then we'll head into the sort of the castle, the main castle part there. No, he doesn't have an R's thingamabob. Okay, these apiaries are just vertical slabs at the moment. I know we can see them from outside, but it doesn't look like they're loaded with bees just yet. So, and this, I guess, is just kind of like an access area down through the middle. And I think this other one is kind of the same. Yeah, it's kind of the same layout. And then this all connects into the main castle, which I know this is, it's got to be pretty work in progress because it's kind of like sprung into life here recently. So I'm doubtful that it's like super decorated on the inside, but still, I'm loving the architecture of this. Let me put on the umbrella for here, but look at that. Wow. But yeah, this is going to be pretty nice, I think. That's probably going to be something. I guess we'll start kind of down here. This is a marble gen, just for pumping out marble for the build, I'm sure. I cannot believe, by the way, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now. This is usually whenever I'm, like, recording and doing stuff. Usually I start a little bit earlier, but there's a lot of people on for this time of night. This is more like normal, like, daytime amount of people on. But there's a lot of people on tonight. For sure. But, let's see. Yeah, it looks like a lot of this is, like, kind of unfinished floors, so, let's see. Let's go up. But I'm certain that he's got his machines in here somewhere, I imagine. Like all this stuff, unless I missed it somewhere. This leads over to probably the main structure. Okay, so let's go up this tower here first. and we'll see what this leads to, if it leads to anything at the moment. Oh, and this leads over to the main structure. Okay, we'll come back to that. I just want to see, if we go all the way to the top of this tower, what does it look like? That leads over to the main structure. Kind of looking at it on the map here. Wow, this goes up like really, really high. I gotta get cracking on the city part of my build. Because, like, the pyramid, it's steadily coming along, but it's steadily coming along as I need space. You know, I'm kind of building it up and doing things as I need those spaces. The city I could go ahead and just start cracking away on. Okay, so do we want to... I kind of want to enter that from the main entrance, I think. Well, actually, are the towers... Yeah, because there's not really a main entrance from here. This is where we would have came up at. So the towers would be the main entrance, or maybe right over here. This could kind of classify as a main entrance, I think. Yeah, that's the storage area where we came in at before. I want to finish it looking at the outside first. And that comes over to the storage area. I love the colors. It's like such a light color palette. It's so nice. A lot of wisteria, which is a beautiful wood type. Absolutely beautiful wood type. Oh, and this is kind of like the underbelly of everything. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and just enter the main structure, because I don't see an entrance to this tower without going up through, like, the main area. So yeah, we'll just come in. So we'll just come in right over here, I think. And into this storage area, and kind of, this kind of looks like the hub, like the activity hub at the moment. Kind of like our agriculture area, you know, sort of a hub for a little bit, but kind of where all the storage is and all the machines and stuff at the moment. So these are marble and wisteria drawers, looks like. Or no, they're diorite. Diorite, yeah. I love that cut diorite, actually, from masonry. Like, it looks... Normal diorite's so bad, but look at that. That diorite looks so good. So good. Crafting terminal. There's some modular storage. These are probably mod chests, if I had to guess. So let's go up here. Pipe pressurizer. And that's the side, that's the other side of that little entrance there, off to the side of that. Another waystone in here, and I think there's more storage. Yeah, more storage up here. And then over here, this is where the tower connects in. Okay. So then if we go up, this is, no, this isn't where the other tower connects in. But that's where this connects in. And looks like we'll have to go up this way in order to access the higher parts at the moment. Which I know it's a lot of work to get all your paths and all your stuff done when you... Basically, you're building out the entire structure like he is here. Building out the entire structure all at once like this, it takes a while. And it's very, very... we never got into there, did we? I don't think so. Where did we... Did we miss a path? Might have missed a path. Aha! Yes, we did. This was, wait a second. I'm kind of lost. This was... Here. It was up that tower, and okay, and then this comes out here. This was the one I had looked at before, but I don't think anything's been put in here just yet. But it's going to be... He had me come look at the glass colors here, and I remember seeing this a bit back, but this is going to be a really nice sort of balcony overlook area for the rest of the base. So, alright, let's go up to this tower. Right, yeah, and this is, I don't know if we can actually access that at the moment. Yeah, we can, right here. Whew. We've got slow fall, so it's not a big deal for us, but... And then that goes down, looks like to nothing at the moment. Okay, So is there anything up this tower? I don't imagine that there is, but we'll go up here and take a look. But the nice thing is he's got like a really nice shell to fill out with a lot of potential for a lot of like rooms and stuff like that. Let's go right up here. Yeah, this is empty at the moment, but oh, I love that though. Oh wow, this is gonna be a really nice view from the top of this tower. So but like I said, most bases are still very work in progress. You know, it takes a while, realistically, between planning and palette selection and decorating and putting in your automation and trying to make it look like not horrendous and stuff like that. It's a whole lot of work. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, this whole shell has like sprung into life fairly quickly, because I remember this glass part and sort of like kind of a lot of that stuff down there. But the apiary buildings, I love those. I love the color choices with the red and the white, you know, kind of throughout. It's a really good color palette, and then all the different glass and stuff. I didn't notice these either. You can kind of get on top of the apiaries. I don't know if they're going to be used for anything, but it's still kind of nifty. But yeah, once again, this has been Jomega space. So a lot of really cool building. Like I said, it has sprung up quick. So I can't wait to see where this is at, you know, come the next server tour. Now, next up we have Tianyulong's base, or Final Rush's base, which they did want me to specifically state, as per usual, it's work in progress, you know. Still early into a lot of the builds, but I know I feel that way too. I'm like, I need to make more progress on my build, but I'm starting to get there as well. It just, everything, you know, it always takes time. But it is kind of a swamp themed base, and I love me some swamp themed bases. This is Olive Stone. I was actually kind of curious. This is new. I've actually been over here a lot as well. It's actually a very, very close base to Spawn, just south of Spawn. And this is actually a swamp that we had traveled through when we were looking for a base day one as well. But I've been over here quite a few times, getting to see kind of the progress of this base. But this is new, where the smeltery's at. It looks like he's working on covering that with gray stained glass here. So if we head in, I know this is actually the first structure. I remember being over here, and I was invisible, and I don't know if he ever noticed me, but I was here kind of watching him build this for a bit. My character was invisible, so, you know, it didn't show up on the map early on because we had that invisibility charm. I love this little seating area at the Waystone, by the way. A lot of cattail thatch here as well, and a lot of willow log, mud bricks, you know, kind of like swampy base materials, and I love that. Love using kind of thematic materials for the area. But if we head on in, this is kind of like a hub workshop sort of room. It's what I always call like the general like living quarters. This is where my storage and machines is kind of area, like early on. And I know, like I said, this was the first building that was built. I love the little table here and the little kitchen that's coming together. Cooking for blockheads over here. Cow in a jar. Supplying milk there. Now if we head outside, next up we have, let's see, we'll go over to this area, which I believe is the R's, yeah, the R's workshop. I've seen this as it kind of come together, and you could see arcane, anytime you see arcane stone used as a building material in this pack, you know, especially if it's early on for that person and they don't have it like fully automated, you know, this was kind of not really expensive, but somewhat kind of, you know, to make, because, you know, each of these do take the lightning craft. Dacite, cascading archwood, once again, the cattail thatch kind of coming through, and light blue terracotta there. Oh, I love the andesite casings for the floor. That's really nice. And what's really, really nice, I had actually almost used them on Spellbound for stuff, but then I didn't, because I didn't end up needing them. But there is, of course, the shadow casings and the radiant casings, which really aren't, they're not going to be too bad on this pack either to make sort of in mass, because they're actually not terribly expensive at all. So we're actually going to be getting into making those before too long. And I can see maybe, I don't know, our build may be using some of the shadow casings, but Our build's not as friendly to those colors as our build was on Spellbound. I wonder if there's a Drigme farm nearby, maybe? No, maybe not. I don't know. There's like a block storage here with bins from Mechanism. These are really good options. They're actually kind of cheaper earlier on than drawers, but I prefer the drawers just for like future proofing a little bit if you plan on going with drawers. It kind of all comes down to your long-term plan as far as storage goes, whether it's better to spend a lot of time making bins or making drawers, if it'll really be future proofing for you or not, I guess. But for me, drawers worked out better. But and then we have, oh, of course I'd landed the source berries. There we go. We have a fairly big farm area. I don't think it's all encompassing for like all different crops, but there is a wide variety of crops here. And this is mangrove logs around through there. And these are the integrated dynamics torches, the mineral torches. So I like that. I like that style for the farm, actually. Animal farms back over here. And here is a trampoline. Can I, yeah, it works. How nifty. Honestly, Mr. Crayfish's Furniture Mod's been around for so long, and it's one of those, they sneak in little things like this. Like the trampoline, I didn't even know that was in the mod. I'm pretty familiar with Mr. Crayfish ever since like 1.7, I want to say. I think that's when it first kind of surfaced, but every like version, there's like new things that kind of sneak in. I see an apiary over here. Yeah, right in there. But it's a dispenser set up not right now, so it's not like a full apiary at the moment. And this is filled in. It makes me wonder maybe if this isn't planned to be a sourceberry farm. That's possible. Because I don't see any place where source would be plugged in, but probably, you know, if there was a sourceberry farm over there, that would make total sense. So I'm wondering if that's not what's intended to go. But then we also have the tower back over here, which is the dacite, the mud, and sort of the jungle building materials. And over here is kind of the create workshop over here. So sort of like your general machines kind of around in here. Depot with mechanical press, soaking right there. That's millstone. Mixer there. Now if we head up this room, there's not anything on this room. I know that windmills, if I recall, he said windmills are planned for this. You know, a little bit later on. But at the moment, it's running off of... What is it running off of? I can't recall. Is it water wheels? Yeah, water wheels out the back side here. Right back in here. Is that a triple... Yeah, triple set of water wheels back there. But like I said, I believe that there is a plan to do windmill coming off of that. So, yeah, I believe that is everything at the moment. I love the use of the swamp materials. You know, keeping it really thematic with that, since it is a swamp base. So you're going to notice a lot of mud, a lot of cattail thatch, a lot of these greens, and then kind of bringing in that dacite stone, that archwood and stuff. I do quite enjoy that. Plus a lot of, it's like very compact, you know, together, just like really like a village like this would be, especially on Swamp Village. You know, there wouldn't be a ton of like usable ground. And so I love the way that that's kind of compacted together. And there's a lot of use of those like localized materials. I like that quite a bit. But yeah, so this has been Tianyulong's base, or Final Rush's base, as he's known on the Discord. So I do quite like the way this one's coming together as well, and do look forward to seeing it kind of grow and expand. Yeah. Now next up we have Orbidlo's base, and I'm starting off here. This is actually a pre-gen windmill, but Orbidlo did say that they cleared it, and they have plans to put their, kind of use it as their, sort of their create hub a little bit later on, but nothing in here at the moment. This is just a pre-generated windmill. I actually cleared one of these with Tyler a bit back helped him out clearing one of these. We sort of, well, I say helped. We did it together, but, you know, neither of us, we could take on armies of pillagers without issue. But there's usually a bunch of pillagers around that. But over here is sort of the base proper. And they said that this was pretty much built with the Mighty Architect mod, which allows you to sort of like pre-gen buildings or make buildings and kind of tweak them and customize them a little bit. And then as long I think you have to supply the materials and then it builds it, you know. But out here we have sort of just like general farmland stuff out here, and looks like Nature's Aura right over here. Oh, and that's an interesting layout where you have the Ritual of the Forest on top, and then underneath it is the natural altar down here. So pretty nifty. And it looks like there's some create going on up here as well. So I actually had considered doing a little bit with Mighty Architect, and I may steal for the city part. It's a really cool mod, a little bit, you know, pretty fun to play around with and stuff. And I think it's going to be actually extremely good for the city, because I'll be able to build out kind of buildings like this and sort of scale out the city to a large amount. And so I have this really big city with kind of more intricate buildings than if I just rushed through and built sort of the sandstone square buildings, you know. But I could make them like a little bit more decorated and stuff like that using Mighty Architect. And I think it's going to be perfect for that. That way we kind of get to play around with the mod. We will be actually doing a bit with that on camera a bit. So that way we can have a really big city, but it not actually take me a massive amount of time to build the big city, you know. So in here, I think, is this, yeah, I think this is a Mighty Architect building as well. At first I thought this was like a part of a village, but it's not. I believe this is from Mighty Architect 2. So, oh, Tetra structure back in here. Was this all moved? Surely it couldn't have been up here. This isn't even a cold biome, and it's way too high for Y level. So I'm assuming that it was all moved. I actually want to look down there, because when I was flying in, I noticed, you know how whenever the terrain doesn't load, like as fast as you're flying in, you kind of get like an X-ray effect. And I noticed something underneath here that just kind of piqued my interest. I don't know if this was all manually dug or not, but we're going to take a look here in just a moment. This looks like storage through pretty pipes. And over here is sort of that hub room. You know, everybody tends to have their hub rooms early on. And this is sort of the hub room where there's all the machines and stuff like that. Hoo-hoo. Looks like you can put items into that. And then, you know, basically just crushes them up for you. Oh, the God Forge down there. Sort of like immediate access to all of your stuff. It's definitely a whole lot more efficient than the way I tend to do it, where I have to run really, really far and run pipes extremely long and stuff like that. Having something like that is so much more efficient. And sometimes I regret not having, like, all my machines readily accessible like that. So, back here is the smeltery. Now, I want to look underground real quick, because I had noticed something. Like I said, whenever I was flying in here, it looks like the most, like, massively dug out. Oh, wow, what's this? Storage all down here. This is where all the pretty pipes connect to, is right down here. And that comes over. It's got to be an apiary up there somewhere. Yeah, I saw some combs come through. But if we go down a little bit further, another portal. Let's keep going down. Netherwort farm down here. Yeah, this is what I saw when I was flying in. Look at this. Like, I know with Vein Miner, you know, it's like super quick, but it's so many long paths. And look at the map of this. Like, if we do cave layers, let me find myself here. If we do cave layers, like, look at that. Phew. And if we go down further, let me see here. Maybe they don't go down as far. On the, I'll have to look and see. But whenever I was flying in, it looked like there was like multiple layers of this. But maybe it was just the one and it just looked like multiple layers as I was flying in. I imagine that was for some of the higher Y level stuff, like your, what is it, lead and tin and stuff like that. Probably at those higher Y levels. So, if I vein mine mines, they end up horrendous. Like this one, it's perfect spacing. I always set out trying to do this, but then I end up with this huge mess. But yeah, I end up not replacing things. Oh, and there's a purple elevator right there. That takes us right back up. How nifty. Okay, so we know there's an apiary. I think it's right over here, because I see a blaze bee kind of shooting off stuff. And then blast furnace coke oven over here. And let's get a look at this from this side as well. Is this pig spawner? Is there another floor above this one? Ah, right here. Yeah, I think there's another floor above this. Maybe 2 floors above this. Oh, okay. Sequence assembly. Right here. And sort of like a lot of the other create stuff. Mechanical crafters, I still need to get those set up in a permanent place. Hopefully during the next episode. Because I'm like right at the end of the next like progression episode. I just kind of I've got to finish editing and stuff. And figure out kind of where I'm at. Oh, this was the blaze thing that we saw before. For the redstone link. Orbidlo did say this building here is going to be pretty empty, but it's going to be for magic and storage. So it doesn't have a whole lot in it at the moment, but that's the plan for it. I love it. Once again, we have another white and red kind of building, but they just work so well together. In this case, it's cherry, it's marble, and then the white cherry leaves. I do love this. They add that like pinkish hue to this, and it just looks great. Simply Light columns here for lighting. They look absolutely wonderful. Is there anything back here? It looks like we do have... I see what it is. It's because it's for source. Because at first I was like, is this really growing melons? And then it was like, oh yeah, I see that over there. This is one of the methods for basically infinite growth. Because melons, they continue to try to grow and they still count as growing even if they can't place melons. So something like this can be used for source. So they do produce source at a lower efficiency though than going with like source berries or mage bloom. So there is that aspect to them, but they can be used for basically free, cheap, passive early game source. But like I said, the carbuncles with the source berries or mage bloom with some kind of auto farming system is better as far as overall source production. But this it doesn't need a carbuncle. You know, that's the added plus to it. So, and then beyond that, this floor is empty. So, but I'm glad we actually got to see one of these so you guys can see it. If you're curious about other ways to make source early on in this pack, since you do kind of have to go the farming route at the start, at least for a brief bit. We're actually going to be doing a source setup soon, which I'm really excited about, which is going to be our potion setup, which is also going to tie into another project that we're going to be undertaking. Which I'm quite excited for. So if we head up, a lot of cherry, a lot of marble. I love the colors up here. So this will be probably the R's area. The R's setup over here. Over here we have Eidolon with cherry trapdoors. That's quite nice for the floor. Aha! This is for making soul gems, or soul shards. For Eidolon. So basically what they could do is just activate it right here, pull this lever, it's going to spawn up undead, and then they can just do their ritual and get lots of free soul shards. And I don't know that there is any way to access the upper floors at the moment. Nope. But we can still peek inside. Up, okay, that's the top. Yeah, so it's just one more floor above that one. No, 2 more floors. Yeah, 2 more floors above that one. But no way to access them right now. So, and you'll notice that on the map, it's actually a duck. I love this layout here. It's the shape of a little duck with the claim. But I am quite enjoying the way that it's coming together, and I love the fact that Orbidlo is able to showcase kind of the Mighty Architect mod too, because you can make some really cool stuff. Actually, the building at Spawn that Tyler built was done with Mighty Architect, so we'll be taking a closer look at that here shortly as well. But yeah, this has been Orbidlo's base. So I'm really interested to see how this magical building kind of comes together and the automation gets put in and everything. So, and I love the colors on it. The choice of the marble and cherry, they pop so nicely with that really dark crimson red. It looks like red nether brick. Yeah, red nether brick right here. It just pops so well. And now, last up for bases for this episode, we are going to take a brief look at spawn here shortly. But lastly, for bases, we have Paifu, Paifu's base. And right over here, I know Paifou's still in the process. It's still early on for Paifu, but you can see black sand, deep slate for the roadways that kind of run through here. And if we head in, this seems to be a create themed base. And actually just north of Paifu is the Rainey's base, which we're going to be taking a look at in the next episode, which I know is kind of a work in progress at the moment because they're in the process of moving over the majority of their machines. But it looks like down here we have a sequence assembly system, vacuumulator with a water encased fan system right there for soaking. And if we go up stairs, we have mechanical crafters and millstones, or crushing wheels, I mean. And then if we continue on, of course, this is all being powered by the big windmill that we saw up front there. Rotation speed controller there, and then the power from, it looks like it's a double-sided windmill coming through here. So let's pop back down. I love the black sand and the black sandstone. It just looks so good. Coke oven's out here, along through here. Is this an apiary that's here? Or what is this? Oh, atom portal. Or a tomb portal. Let's go. Let's see. And this is double-sided? Yeah, it's double-sided. Double-sided windmill there. Nature's Aura set up over here. Oh, and then it's got dispensers that automatically place the gold powder. Botania. This looks like magic hub area. What is this? Is it a cobble system? Some kind of cobble system. Eggs, andesite, and then the pink sandstone and the purple sandstone there. Yeah, some kind of, oh, it pushes it. It's probably got pistons back in here. Yeah, piston system right there. So when this is turned on, it pushes out the sandstone and crushes it. So, and then over here we have arboreal extractors on this baobab tree, and water wheel system right here, running the sandstone stuff from that. All right, so what do we got? Is this an apiary? Yeah, this is the apiary setup. So using baobab for the basis of it, and then it's the orange mosaic glass. The orange mosaic just looks so good for apiaries, in my opinion. That's the one, if you recall in Spellbound, that was the glass that we used for the hive area, along with some of the trees. I think it was from the Better End trees. Oh wow, it looks like it's going to be a ravine themed base here. I want to say that I've been here before, but I can't recall. If so, this all is new, because you can see my map updating as I get close to that. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Well, let's continue checking out here, and then we're going to go towards that. So, smeltery workshop kind of area right here. Kiln, Godforge, smithing table. Yeah, kind of like a little outdoorsy sort of workshop with the white sandstone in this case. Now, how do we get down in there? I think I've been down there before. And then we got Botania. Oh, and this road actually leads straight over into Zerani's base. That's nifty. Well, we're going to take a closer look at that, like I said, come next episode. Now, how do we get over? I think I TP'd over here, but I don't know if I actually ever went down in a proper entrance to get to this. Here's Eidolon. Oh, it's the Wicked Altar setup for that. Yeah, we're gonna have to get into that before too long, but maybe the proper entrance is gonna be in here. We'll check. We'll see if it's in here, and then if not, we'll come back out. But I love these colors that are coming together. It's that warped or crimson. Yeah, crimson stairs up there, and then sandstone mosaic glasses up through there. Pure daisy here doing the snow and ice. And what do we got on the other side? Is it more pure daisy? Nope, jaded amaranthus system here. Basically, so it would make the flowers, and then every time it shifts the land, it breaks the flowers off, and then they would get collected. And then is there down here, are there entrances? No, these are just kind of wall slats down here. Okay, so let's head inside at this point. Okay, yeah, this is empty. I know Paifu said that it was, that they haven't gotten a lot done, and I assumed they meant on this part, like moving stuff into this, but they're kind of getting the structure itself built out. So dark oak, sandstone, there's the warped planks there, and you can see it's still in the process of laying out floors and stuff like that, but I like the design of this though. And that's the way that the roof is going to sit. Oh, I love the shape. Like this oval, kind of abstract oval, you know, with parts kind of sticking out and stuff. And it's not, with that little tower bit coming out and stuff in the shape, it's not symmetrical, which I love. I love anti-symmetrical building. And then it's all kind of framed in here with the spruce. I really like the way that's coming together a lot. Is there anything on this end? No. Yeah, I really like this. This is new. Like I said, I've been here, and I've been down there. I just can't remember how to get down there. Because like I said, I don't think I went in through the proper entrance. And there is an entrance here. Well, this could maybe be it. I don't know for sure. No, I don't think so. This is kind of like a machine workshop, though. And something gave me speed. Oh, yeah, I think there's a beacon out there. Okay, and this is where the Enigmatica stuff is at. And then thermal machines for the multi-servos. And that's a double system, so it goes plates and then into wires. Wait a second. Right here. Elevator. Yeah, little corundum area down here, but is that okay? That's somewhere else, but I don't think that part of the ravine is used for the base. But this is probably the hub room for Paifu's base. So, which you can tell Paifu's starting to get moved out of sort of that hub room type system into a lot of different little structures up there. Storage over here looks like, oh, I like that, using the supports with the frames on the front. I actually like that quite a bit to hold the chest. And then over here we've got thermal machines, a centrifuge here, a little bit of power going with Stirling dynamos. And then over here is modular storage. Storage scanner, yep, storage scanner, template manager. Yeah, I really love the way this building is coming together, though. See it from the other side here. I love the shape, right? Like, look at it on the map. Like, so nice. So nice. And this kind of almost looks like modern day roadways kind of running through here. But yeah, this has been, like I said, this has been Paifu's base. I can't wait to see how this kind of evolves and comes together as the series progresses on. So definitely a neat design. I love the colors a lot too. And a lot of use of that deep slate down through here too for the foundation of the structure. So I don't know if there was Now, I don't think there was an entrance to like a lower layer in the foundation, kind of like the way that Pneumaticraft one was. I don't think that there's a one on this side. So, but yeah, like I said, this has been Paifu's base. Now, before we end out, I do just want to quickly show you spawn. There's a few things here at spawn. There is this structure that you spawn into, and we can actually go up. You can see Tyler had a lot of fun with the dark oak fences up here, placing these out. Since you can do the angled fences, had a bit of fun with those up here. So nothing really up through these floors at the moment, but you can basically just go up and up and up until you get to the top, and you can kind of have this little overlook of spawn here. Over here, this little chest that's over here, this is for items and stuff. So I've got a few items over here. I need to stock Nautilus shells again and different things, and I've thrown some stuff in here. I'm going to be actually moving over to setting up an ender chest for this, but I was putting some items from the mob farms over here, and then anything that was requested I'd put over here. A variety of different artifacts and things. Backpacks for, you know, if anybody needs backpacks. Of course, I'm still rocking this one, but I don't actually use it that much, to be honest. Honestly, with the ender chest for my tools, I don't really even care to have a backpack. And this is stuff that I actually just keep forgetting that I have on me most of the time. Because a lot of this stuff is from, you know, back when we did blood magic and just different little things that I've picked up along the way. More backpacks here. I think a lot of these are like picked up probably from exploration and stuff. But actually better backpacks than what I have. So, but if you want to see the spawn structure, well, that one's a big golden chest. I love the design for this. It's just a big golden chest where all the items get put in for like all the, you know, all the like free stuff. And then this is something that Tyler had built. Like I said, I believe he did it with Mighty Architect, and did the structure and kind of played around with it and made this structure for spawn. And then over here, we actually went through this in an episode not too long ago, but it was set up in kind of a, they were trying to cut down on, you know, a bunch of different people having villager trading halls with tons of villagers, and trying to condense those down into just one really laggy place instead of having them in bases where they're like always loaded, because villagers are just terrible on performance. I don't know what this is, but this might be a villager breeding thing or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't normally get too much into villagers. I'll do a little bit with them on occasion, but usually don't do a ton with them, and usually don't use them too much. But this is basically a big villager trading hall. So we can click on the trading post here and then have access to tons of different trades from all these different villagers. And of course we can search and say we want clocks. We can find all the different clocks. And then over here is like emerald backpack. Looks like somebody cleared this one out a little bit. And a few episodes back I did replace the emeralds that I took from that. So it was only like 16 or something like that. Just because I didn't want to have to go all the way back home at the time. But yeah, you can see a bunch of librarian villagers down through there. Librarians. And a bunch more. Oh, and they're actually double layered through here. All different kinds of villagers, and space for more villagers there. So that is the villager trading area. So that way everybody's got access to the trades if they need them. But yeah, so I believe that is all we have time for this episode. But we do have another server tour episode. We've got I think 5 more bases. Yeah, 5 more bases, 5 more people that signed up for base tours and wanted their bases toured on camera. And so we'll be checking those out come next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. Once again, be sure to go down in the comments and show your love for the builders that we had today. And of course, we had Jomega, we had Final Rush, we had Orbidlo, and Paifu. So be sure to go down in the comments, show some love for their builds. And we've got, like I said, 5 more builds coming in the next episode. And then at that point, that'll kind of wrap up our first round of base tours. And then we'll tour more bases, you know, down the road a little bit later into the series. So, but yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.